Hello, welcome to Dundros Podcast and Reels Justin. Today we're reviewing the new Army of the Dead movie by Zack Snyder. It's a horror action heist movie, which is 2 hours and 28 minutes long. Of course, it being a Zack Snyder movie, it has to be over 2 hours long. Made by his production company Stone Quarry and produced by Netflix. It came out today on Netflix Canada, so I don't know. It's probably been out on Netflix for a while now for you Americans, right? So the movie stars Dave Bautista as Scott Ward. You have Tig Notaro as Marianne Peters, Hiroyuki Sanada as Tanaka, Omari Hardwick as Vanderho, Matthias Schallwager as Ludwig Dieter, Anna de la Reguera as Maria Cruz, Theo Rossi as Bert Cummings. Though, wow, it's the thing where in this movie there's like a bunch of characters that you can tell were supposed to be white, but the casting director did not get that memo because, whatever. Samantha Wynn as Chambers and Raul Castillo as Mikey Guzman. And that's pretty much all the important characters. So the movie is basically about you have this guy, Burt Ward. Is his name actually Burt? Sorry, Scott Ward, not Burt Ward, the guy who played Robin in the old 1960s Batman Robin show. You have Dave Bautista as Scott Ward, who was part of these group of soldiers that would help rescue people from Las Vegas during the zombie wars, which they show you what started the zombie outbreak in this movie. Basically, the U.S. military they had a convoy where they were transporting a zombie super soldier who the convoy gets in a car accident with a married couple who decide to have oral sex while speeding. Great job, guys. And somehow they crash into an armored vehicle in this convoy and it immediately explodes. Which, you would think armored military vehicles would, take more of a, it would take more than a speeding car to, fuck them up, but I guess not. And that unleashes the zombie super soldier, who's super fast and strong, and causes the Vegas outbreak, which somehow they were able to. That's one of the problems of the movie. Somehow they were able to keep the zombies all in Las Vegas somehow and wall up, which kind of dumb in my opinion, but whatever. And years pass by. The military wants to nuke the Las Vegas, where the zombies have created this zombie kingdom where you have the king zombie, who's the original super soldier, who has long hair when he had like a crew cut in the beginning of the movie, right? And like his queen is like a showgirl, right? Who has her own bodyguard, right? And they have a pet zombie tiger, which is a Serbian tiger that used to be owned by Siegfried and Roy, apparently. Which I thought that tiger was long dead, and they had to put it down because it killed somebody. I don't fucking know. That's what I heard. But yeah, apparently, right. So Dave Bautista's character gets approached by Tanaka, which is Hiroyuki Sanada's character, who owns a casino and has a safe that has $200 million in there, right? And Dave Bautista's job is to recover the money, and he can keep $50 million of it and split up with his crew. So he gathers a team of his old soldier buddies, right? And random people like Matthias Strogover, however you pronounce his name, Ludwig Dieter, who was a German safecracker, right? You have Tig Notaro, who's like a helicopter pilot. You got this YouTuber zombie killer guy named Mikey Guzman, played by Raul Gastel, and his girlfriend Chambers, who's played by Samantha Wynn, and they go into the Las Vegas with the help of Bautista's estranged daughter, who hates him for whatever reason. Apparently, had nothing to do with Dave Bautista having to put down her zombie mother, right? And you also meet a coyote played by a French actress. Her name's Lily. And what ends up happening is they go in there to try to recover the money, but they end up pissing off the Zombie King by killing by beheading his queen and trying to steal her head, right? Because apparently the government wants to make more zombie kings and use them as a bioweapon, right? Which is so dumb considering how that our characters are already up against the clock with the nuclear bomb that's set to destroy Las Vegas, right? But they move up the time slot another 24 hours, so our characters only have 2 hours to grab the money and get out of there when they got the news, right? Which is and they show Tanaka in a room with military generals. Why would the military purposely fuck up their own psyop thing going on? It's so one of the major problems in the movie. Also, the movie, despite the fact we have a Democrat in office, the movie tries to make the American government look racist and awful with their camps that they have, where they keep illegal immigrants on the pretense that they might have the zombie virus, which in the movie could there's in the movie it shows somebody turn into a zombie right away, and then another character it takes presumably hours, right? Maybe even a day, right? Because one of our characters, this is one of the movies, zombie movies, where pretty much almost everybody dies, and they have to show one of our characters turning into a zombie at the end, obviously, or there wouldn't be a sequel, right? Overall, I thought the action was okay. Some of the comedic lines in the movie was okay, but it's wow, if you don't give Zack Snyder a $200 million budget, cinematography wise, it doesn't look as cool. The cinematography in this movie I thought was a lot weaker than a lot of the DC movies that he's done, in my opinion. And was not a huge fan of some of the characters in the film, especially the way Lily, the heroine, who who brings along a guard, which they make the guard dude look so fucking dumb. Why would a chick who has an assault rifle flirt with you and try to ask to see your standard 9mm Glock or whatever gun he has? That's standard procedure for the guards, right? And they purposely sacrifice that character to the zombie queen, right? Knowing full well, hey, that character's gonna turn into a zombie later on, right? Because that's how it works, apparently. So it's why would you do that when that guy that guy could come back for you guys later, right? Which he does, and ends up killing 2 people, right? If I remember correctly. No, I think he kills only 1 person. All right, but yeah, it's like so dumb, right? Well, they didn't even buy it. Like it was supposed to buy them safe passage, but like you know, the zombies still went after them. So it was like, wow, that's completely stupid. And it's that guy was supposed to represent like the border guards. So it's like the movie has this like leftist like tilt and like hate for like border security. It's like, oh my god, dude, I can see. I could see this like this movie pissing off like a lot of people. But yeah, like Zack Snyder doesn't give a shit, right? Which it was funny that he went on like a live stream with Comicsgate and Fandom Menace people, and immediately like exposed who the shills were and who the diehards were in that fucking community. Because they immediately turned on each other once they were all called racist, which is like, no shit, dude. If you go up against any fucking thing the left does, you're gonna get called a racist. Doesn't matter if you're like left or right wing. Doesn't matter if you're white or black. They call the one chick that I forget her name, Candace Owens, a white supremacist when she's black. It's like, god damn it, guys. You would think you would know this by now, but yeah. Yeah, so sorry to turn this political, but like, yeah, I just found it funny. Found that funny. But yeah, this movie has a very leftist tilt to it. If that doesn't bother you, I would say as a zombie action movie, it was okay. It kind of rips off Train to Busan, because that was like a heist movie with zombies. But like, for all I know, there could be lots of zombie heist movies, and I'm just not aware of them because I don't watch a lot of zombie movies, right? I have seen like some of the George A. Romero one. George R. Romero. Is it George A. or George R. Romero, or is it just George Romero? Yeah, I've seen some of those movies, like Land of the Dead, which the movie kind of reminded me of Land of the Dead because that was another zombie movie that took place in Vegas. But yeah, other than that, I fucked the movie. Yeah, if you don't mind the leftist tilt in the movie, I would say the movie is like it's a 6.5 out of 10. It had some good action, but the movie was kind of predictable. But other than that, it was alright. Okay, guys, that's it for this.